So, I have been seeing these lights above the freaking churches, man. It looks like a freaking portal of energy. So I'm like, okay, are they sucking these people's soul essence up out of these churches? Because just think about it, every church got a cross, right? And I've seen look like this. Look at
We
this.
understand that the shape of a sphere creates the necessary conditions for transformation of the linear state of snakes into a coil state. That is, in fact, the shape of a sphere or a dome creates conditions for accumulating energy. Doesn't this remind you of anything? If you have noticed the similarity with the domes of religious buildings, you are not mistaken. Ancient legends say that the first dome temples were built more than 24,000 years ago by the representatives of an extraterrestrial race known as the Apexians. They also created the first religion in the first dome-shaped structures for the purpose of collecting energy from humans, which is known as Vril. People gathered in those temples and prayed to the Apexians as gods. This was a process similar to what we have seen in the spheres of the electrostatic machine, where static electricity accumulated. In the temples, people's energy, Vril, flowed through the building into the domes, accumulated there, transformed into a coiled state, and was transmitted to the Apexians. The Apexians built structures of various forms in order to collect energy. Those could be pyramidal structures, or towers with pyramidal or dome tops, ending with a pyramidal spire. Many such ancient structures are considered to be places of power. The paradox is that those were places where power was taken away, not given. It is also quite interesting that to this day, such shapes of structures are mainly used for places where mass gathering of people, decision-making, and emotional outbursts take place. If you wanted to tell the story you just heard as a comic strip, how would you draw it? We will show you an ancient artifact that depicts this process as a comic strip. We see a temple structure with a portal above it, and a flying saucer at the top indicates that it is extraterrestrial. In those times, people couldn't know about such technologies. On the left, we can see people and an indication that they're giving away their energy. This is shown in the form of snakes flying away. On the right, we see two planets and below them representatives of an extraterrestrial race, the Apexians, who receive energy from humans. And it is clearly shown that humans fed not only the Apexians, but representatives of other extraterrestrial races as well. To this day, through our temples, we feed unknown creatures in the universe. If any of you doubts that we still worship them to this day, you shouldn't. What is unknown to us is not unknown to the priests. And this information has nothing to do with any religious feelings or emotions. This information is about the physics of processes. Thus, our hypothesis opens a new approach not only to physics, but also to the history of our humankind, and reveals certain cause and effect relations of the processes taking place in society nowadays.
Now, take another look at the symbolism of this coat of arms. It's not just a hat, as they tell us. The spiral cords represent the coiled states of waves that connect the alien saucer in two groups of pyramids. The pyramids signify the hierarchy of different social classes of people, from the lowest to the highest. The highest in this hierarchy are connected to an alien race called the Apexians, and all the energy converges towards them. It's a ritual action and a magical rite. They explicitly tell us that they collect tribute from us like foolish sheep, and it is not for the Almighty God, but for some beings in the universe. And now, take another look at Pope Francis's garments. Now the statement of Pope Jean Paul II becomes clear, who said that the Eucharist is a cosmic act. Yes, cosmic, because even when it is celebrated on the humble altar of a country church, the Eucharist is always in some way celebrated on the altar of the world. And of Pope Francis, who declared that extraterrestrials might even be closer to God than we humans are. In the newspaper published by the Vatican, an article titled "The Extraterrestrial is My Brother" appeared, written by Father Jose Gabriel Funes, the head of the Vatican Observatory. The Vatican is a place where every symbol holds deep meaning, from the architecture of the buildings to the clothing, accessories, and decorations. Everything has meaning. In the symbolism of the Vatican, we find references to pedophilia, Satanism, and even service to extraterrestrial beings. So, who is the true Lord of the Vatican and the popes? Whom do we follow?